The biggest car launch of 2021 is upon us, the new Perodua D55L SUV. Now this has been an open secret for a very long time now that Perodua will be launching a new compact B-segment SUV based on the Daihatsu Rocky and of course the Toyota Raze. Now finally it has been confirmed and we have the preliminary details. I'll just list it out first. A 1-litre turbo engine, CVT, all-new DNGA platform, ASA 3.0 with AEB as standard across the range, adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, and level 2 semi-autonomous driving, all in a Perodua. Price from 62,000 to 73,000 ringgit. Got your attention yet? Let's take a closer look. First of all, it's not actually going to be called the D55L. That's just the internal code name for it, just like the Myvi is the D20N and the Aruz the D38L. The new SUV will get a proper name when it's launched, but as usual, Perodua likes to keep it a secret until then. There's plenty of rumors saying it's going to be called the Perodua Ativa. That's Ativa A-T-I-V-A, a play on the word active. That's unconfirmed for now, but if true, what do you think of that name? Me, I don't think it really matters because we'll all get used to the name anyway. Those of you old enough will remember a time when the word Myvi was really weird, alien even. But now, hey, it's a household name. Having said that, I personally think that it would be really cool if Perodua pulls a surprise and calls it the Kembara again. I think if they do that, I might just have to buy one for myself because 20 years ago, the Kembara was my very first car, so I think it'll be nice to have it again as a new car. Anyway, let's talk about the car itself. Again, open secret, it is based on the Daihatsu Rocky. Perodua even flew our own senior editor Danny Tan to Japan to see its debut at the 2019 Tokyo Motor Show. Since then, the Toyota version of the SUV, the Raze, has become the best-selling new car in Japan in 2020, beating its own Corolla. All the pictures and video clips that you see here are of the Rocky or the Raze, or even digital renders based on them. We don't have any real photos of the actual Perodua model just yet, but it's safe to say it won't run very far from the base model. It will perhaps have slightly different lights or bumpers, but by and large, this is what the Perodua D55L will look like. The interior might not be exactly the same as the Daihatsu because remember, Perodua completely redesigned the Toyota Rush's dashboard for its own Aruz. Me, I hope they don't change too much because the Rocky dashboard looks really nice. Perodua has already confirmed that the D55L will offer a full digital instrument cluster and a large 9-inch touchscreen head unit with voice recognition. Now, before you start saying that Perodua is just rebadging Daihatsus again, that's not exactly true. You see, Perodua was involved in the design process from the very beginning. There's no less than 30 Perodua employees based in Daihatsu's design department in Japan. So if you see that the car looks a bit familiar, looks a little bit closer to the Myvi, that's not a coincidence, that's by design. It will be built on Daihatsu's brand new DNGA platform, which stands for Daihatsu New Global Architecture. It's basically Daihatsu's version of Toyota's famed DNGA platform, and it really is all new. No carryover parts here, guys, and it's a proper global model that's actually sold in Japan as well. Recent Perodua models like the Aruz, though shared with Toyota, is only on sale in emerging markets like Malaysia and Indonesia, so this is a big change. Size-wise, it's actually very close to the Myvi, so you can say that this is basically the Myvi SUV. The D55L, or at least the Rocky, is only 100mm longer and wider than the Myvi, and in fact, the hatchback is actually slightly wider than the SUV by 40mm. The wheelbase is also very similar, the Rocky longer by just 25mm. Now, the Proton X50 is quite a fair bit bigger than this D55L, despite both being technically B-segment SUVs. The engine is slightly bigger as well, 1.5 versus 1 litre, but we'll get into this whole Perodua D55L versus Proton X50 in a much more detail in a different video. What is deeply in favor of the D55L is pricing, because Perodua has confirmed that it will start from just 62,500 for the base variant, going up to 73,400 for the top spec model. So even the most expensive D55L is 6,000 ringgit less than the cheapest X50, and that's before you even look at the specs. The main highlights are obviously the advanced safety specs. The usual 6 airbags, electronic stability control is standard of course, but that's already better than the base X50's lame 4 airbag count. Beyond that, the ASA or Advanced Safety Assist is now standard across the range too. So that's AEB, Autonomous Emergency Braking, on all variants, even the cheapest version. With the X50, you have to spend over 100,000 ringgit to get AEB. Now this is how it should be. Safety for all, no compromises. Perodua, thank you. Well done. Perodua also says that the updated ASA for the D55L is now even more advanced than what's fitted to its older models. The AEB operating speeds is now wider and you can detect motorcycles for the very first time now. Now that's super important in Malaysia. The top spec D55L AV version will get extra features too, like lane keep assist, blind spot monitor, rear cross traffic alert, and adaptive cruise control. Yes, you heard that right, adaptive cruise control, a feature that was reserved only for high-end luxury cars no more than 5 years ago. Together with the lane keep assist, Perodua says the new SUV will have level 2 semi-autonomous driving features, making it the cheapest car to have it, undercutting the X50 by a full 30,000 ringgit. Having said that, there's no auto parking feature either, but then again remember this is the size of a Myvi. If you can't park it properly, then I think the problem isn't really with the car. Now on to the engines. The D55L will feature Perodua's very first turbocharged engine, a 1-litre 3-cylinder engine that's paired to a CVT, also a Perodua first. Though not officially confirmed yet, this will likely be the same 1kr VET 1-litre turbo engine offered in Japan with 98 PS and 140 Nm of torque. Now that may not sound like a lot, pretty much similar to the Myvi 1.5, but then again Daihatsu Rocky is also very light at under 1 ton, so it should be slightly faster than the Myvi. Or would it, because that's the king, right? Jokes aside, the engine is basically a turbocharged version of the 1-litre 3-cylinder engine in the Perodua Asia and Beza. No direct injection here, but at least it should have a timing chain, so that should keep Perodua fans happy. The CVT might not please everyone, however. Years after years of Perodua fans saying that their own 480 is better than a CVT, the D55L now has its own continuously variable transmission too. A lot of the same people have also said that a turbocharged engine will be far more expensive to maintain, so yeah, we've now come to a point where Perodua has a turbo engine and a CVT, so I'm bingo. Still, Perodua claims that the new SUV will have its usual excellent fuel economy, rated at a class-leading 18.9 kilometers per litre or just 5.3 litres per 100 kilometers. On to colours, Perodua will offer 5 colour options: glittering silver, granite grey, cobalt blue, pearl diamond white, and pearl delima red. That's Delima as in BM for pomegranate, which I think is a very cool Malaysian name. You can also have the white and red options with a trendy black roof on the top spec AV model. So that's all the info we have on the new Perodua D55L, or the Ativa if you will. It's already open for booking from now and it should be launched within the next few weeks. So what do you think of it? Let me know in the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Stay safe everyone.